All right, guys, welcome to Pass It Down Garage. I'm Brian,
I'm Gage.
and today's going to be our first little podcast series. We're going to just have some discussion on what we think we want to do with the channel, like the steps we need to do to be able to, grow it and everything like that. Um, our ultimate goal right now is to get the Mustang done, so we can actually start doing some race videos where we'll have multiple cameras in car, have us like working on the car between rounds and things like that. And then Gage will eventually start getting on the camera and start doing some videoing and some commentary, kind of like Cletus McFarlane and those guys. So I basically would be Cletus and he would be George.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking like it's pretty much gonna be like that, but we aren't them. And also we won't have $1,000 and lots of cars and stuff.
It's more than $1,000. That guy's a multimillionaire, so
Oh
he's been
yeah,
doing really well. Can you move that PB blaster out of the way?
yeah.
The PB blaster. Yep. That. Yeah, go. Yep.
But like, it's crazy how much videoing they do and stuff, right?
They do videoing pretty much every day. They have to be able to have the content and everything. Like right now, we don't have a lot. It's winter. It's cold. We don't have a lot of money and stuff to be able to do things. So we kind of have to pick and choose our videos and stuff as we go. And since we haven't had the car running enough to be able to race it or anything like that, we really haven't had a lot of content other than going to races and videotaping that and just kind of having those videos. But the to be able to get more followers and stuff like that, we're going to need to have more commentary, more personality in the videos, more fun stuff. We just bought a drone. We've got more little GoPro type cameras and everything like that. We'll have to do some like off, not just racing and not just working on the Dodges and the Mustang and stuff. We'll have to do some like other fun stuff. And
Yeah, like
even like high.
The thing is, some YouTubers just do the same thing and it gets boring. If you do like we're doing this, then we're doing something else. Like they're like, oh, this is something new. Let me see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and when you see Cletus, he's RC cars, airplanes, helicopters. He's doing NASCAR now.
Airport.
The airport, drag racing. Sick week, drag and drive events, which we want to do that as well. But I mean, he's always doing something just to kind of have some content out there, and it's fun. It's fun stuff that people want to watch. So we need to start thinking outside the box and start figuring out what we really want to do with the channel. We could do something as easy as like puzzles or video games. We could start doing video game stuff.
Oh yeah, because we got the new PS5 now, and we might even be able to go and let them see about your cousin and stuff, his channel and stuff.
Oh yeah,
To make him work
his
up.
PlayStation channel where he does Gran Turismo. Yep, but we can do something like that and have some races or something like that. We can maybe do some garage simulator, mechanic garage simulator that we can put on there. We just need, like I said, we just need to start thinking about what we want to do because these cars here are going to take a while for us to do. And being quite honest, when we do these videos, there's not a lot of commentary. Like we pretty much kind of check in, be like, hey, how you guys doing? And then at that point, we sit there and start working on the car. And most of the time, there's not much conversation other than, hey, hand me this wrench or this one's, give me some PB blaster. There's not really much going on. We're not really, we're joking around and having fun, but we're not really, it's not as entertaining. So we kind of just speed up those videos, hyperlapse it with some music in the background or something to try to get the video to not be as long because editing these videos, it's very easy to get an hour and a half, and try to get it down to 15 to 30 minutes or so and have something that's somewhat entertaining or shows some kind of progress. It's kind of hard to do. So yeah, we need to, think about what we want to do with the.
I think we should go and actually tell some new people what the channel's all about, mostly.
Well, go tell them what the channel's about right
So
now.
it's mostly about my grandpa used to love cars, love them, and then ever since he liked cars, when he had him, then my grandpa went and showed him, like, hey, look at this car is that, and everything about cars and stuff, and he started loving cars. So we're pretty much passing down the love for cars. And then, like, this car used to be from a long time ago. The Mustang that we have been working on a long time ago. So we're pretty much passing down the love of cars to each one of the kids. He'll pass it down to me, which he already has pretty much, and then I'll pass it down to my kid if I have one. And
Yeah.
yeah.
So the Mustang was my dad's car, and when I was 3, 4 years old, I was riding in that car all the time with him. You know, if I had problems going to sleep or whatever, he would get me in the car. He'd start it up, and the rumble of the engine and everything would make me fall asleep. I'd go around the block, and I'd be asleep. And like we always remember the humming of the fuel pump when he flipped the switch. It would start humming real bad. Then you'd start the engine, and we just loved the car. Then he ended up wrecking it, and when he wrecked it, pretty much all the time that I really had with my dad that I cherished and really liked kind of went away. We had nothing really to drive or race or anything like that, and all my memories of being with dad, because he owned a machine shop and he built race engines, and he was the owner, so he'd work 9 to 5, answering phones, doing whatever he had to do, and then he'd come home for dinner, and then he'd go back to the shop and do all the machining and stuff that he couldn't get done during business hours while he was answering phones and taking orders and things like that. So I really didn't get to see him that much when I was younger because he was always at the shop. But weekends we were racing, so that was dad and my time together.
When the Mustang was gone, you would have this, but
Yeah, so this right here became like the substitute of the Mustang. So that's why this car is so special to dad. He got this one when he got married. And this was our family car. It's a 4-door.
wasn't this the first one or the Mustang?
This was the first car. So he had this car, and then he got the Mustang through like a trade or whatever for machine work and things like that. But yeah, so he had this car, and then of course we grew up in this car, and then dad put the 360 with the 318 heads, and he would race this as well. And he really liked it because he would sit there and he'd beat a lot of 2-door cars because it was a 4-door. People would always like think it wasn't fast or anything like that. So whenever he did any kind of street racing or goes to the races and stuff like that, he'd surprise people because what's a 4-door doing here? That's weird. He used to race like King of the Streets down at Sunshine Dragway in Florida and St. Pete, and then DeSoto Dragway, which is now Bradenton Motorsports Park. It's a place that Cletus races at all the time. So that's our home track. But ever since he got this car, he was going to paint it, and then he got it all primed and didn't have it sealed. And mom accidentally drove it in the winter one time and got salt and stuff on it, and it started rusting real bad.
Yeah. Ever since it started rusting, that's when he honestly stopped driving it. And if you see one episode where he drove it from a long time.
Mm-hmm. It sat probably for 10 years, but before that, it sat. He really didn't drive it. The last time I drove it when I was like 2001, 2002 was the last time I ever drove the car. And then he was going to rebuild the engine, and it just sat and just kept on rusting more and more and more. So that's why we had to get a donor car, was because this car's rusted so bad on the outside that we need to get some better body panels. But the floors and the frame, the floors are bad on this one, but the frame is perfect. That one there, the frame is shot, but the floors are good, which is a odd thing for a Kentucky. Well, we bought it in Kentucky, but we don't know where the car was originally at. But it had some good rust proofing underneath it. So the floors are good. So we're not, in a perfect world, we'd actually take all of our stuff and put it in that car because that car's in better shape. But because of the frame, we got to get all the good parts off of that and then bring it over here to this car. That, and Grandpa wants to make sure that it's the same car because this is his baby. You know, this is his car that has the most memories with us. And
Yeah, like if it turned into that car, that's not the Dodge. That's the park car.
it's a Dodge. It's the same
Yeah.
color. That's the exact same color as what it used to be.
I know, but
It's not the same.
like when you actually think of it, it's more like I can race it, I could drive it. It's fun, but this isn't the car for you. You grew up in and everything, and for Grandpa, the car that I always got to race and stuff.
That's what that's what I'm saying. It's the sentimental of it. You'd rather have this car and just take those parts off that and put it back on this. This way, it's his car. And this right here, honestly, will probably be. I want to drag and drive the Mustang,
Oh yeah,
but this car would be almost better to drag and drive.
because it has the back seats and
Well, it has
also
a bigger trunk. It has the back seat, so all of us, Grandpa, if Mimi wants to go, she can go too. But
Zoe.
you, me, like we can all fit in this car. And this car here is going to be more of a reliable type car because it's not as extreme as the Mustang.
No, the Mustang's probably gonna be a street race, mostly street, but race also. This probably is gonna be mostly street. He's mostly gonna drive it because
Mhm.
usually he doesn't race a lot. He doesn't really go to lots of races now.
Well,
But
he
does.
he does, but he wants to go to races, but he wants something to drive.
Yeah,
Like he doesn't want to go to watch; he wants to go to actual race.
I know.
So, but this here is going to be more of a street car. Like our car is minimally street. Like it's on the line of being street. Like I can
Yeah.
street it, but it's not going to be with the stall converter and the gearing and everything that I have in it. It's not going to be ideal.
It's probably mostly gonna be a race.
It's going to be mostly a race car. Like we'll drive it like short distances to like car shows and things like that. But that's because it will be street legal. But for the most part, we'll trailer it to places and things like that. Now, if we do a drag and drive, then we may actually go ahead and change the gears in it so it's more streetable.
And
then-
also probably do the swap to road tires, swap to race tires. Like that's the thing that I don't like about driving drag and drive. You are like, it's more stuff I feel like to do. You're more in a hurry.
No, you're not in a hurry necessarily. I mean, you have time to be able to get the stuff ready, but there is more setup. There is more. I mean, this car here, you load up your stuff, put it in the back seat, start it up, and drive out the track. But the Mustang, yeah, we'll have to take the slicks off and put them in the back, and
Or if
any
we-
nitrous bottles, we'll have to disconnect them and everything, and get the car street tires on and all that.
Or if we have if we just rent a U-Haul, we would just trailer on there. We could, if we want, just put on the road tires if we want. Like, I know we're probably, no matter what, gonna bring the road tires just in case. Like driving around the parking lot, probably gonna be in slicks, but still, like you don't really want all the rocks and stuff.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're going to be on the street at all, you're going to have the street tires on it because if you get caught in any kind of rain or anything like that, you're not going to have any traction. You'll slide and you wreck the car.
Mhm.
So if we do the drag and drive through the Mustang, we will have to get a trailer. Like I'm not talking about a U-Haul. I'm talking like a pull trailer, kind of like Nicky Bobby or like Alex Taylor and
Like
and
one
the
of those
small trailer.
small, like probably this big of a trailer, probably like
Mhm.
with slicks, spare tires,
Tools,
mostly tools,
spare parts,
spare parts, lots of
Yep.
other stuff.
a cooler with food, put your nitrous bottles in there, all that good stuff. Yep. So
Oh, also maybe gas jug just in case we can't make it to the gas
Mhm.
station in time.
Yep. We'll have extra fuel in there. Like I said, that's something down the road. First, we'll get the car running and start doing some local races and go to car shows and things like that. That'll get us some more content that we can actually, actually have some kind of action going on rather than just us sitting in a garage and just talking or turning some wrenches, because that's
Yeah.
right now that's all we have.
You
I still enjoy going to the races. The pit walks, the racing action and stuff like that. Like I said, with the drones, we can get some more theatrical, views and things like that. And now that you're older, we can get some more camera angles and things. The War in the Woods, we definitely need to do that again. We need to do.
One thing that I don't remember, how long have we been doing this channel? I feel like ever since I was like 3 or 4.
You were 4, I think, when we first did our first one, because our first video was us actually going to the speedrome. We were supposed to go to a drag race, and it got rained out,
Yes.
and so we went to McDonald's. And then after McDonald's, we got your haircut.
I got my haircut,
Yeah.
then McDonald's.
That was like one of your first times actually, getting an actual haircut.
Yeah.
And then we went to the speedrome, and then after that, it's been pretty much like drag racing. It was couple speedrome videos and things like that. Matter of fact, there's a bus one. We really need to post that. I haven't done that yet. Remember the figure 8 bus race, back to school deal?
If we forget to post it, mostly what we did is we saw lots of crashes.
No, I'll post it. That's just having the time to be able to post, to edit the video. I just totally forgot about it.
Me too.
And the thing is like that.
I thought you posted it already. So
No, that was last year. No. So matter of fact, as soon as we're done with this tonight, when we're done doing what we're doing in here, I'll actually start editing that, and we'll try to get that posted, tomorrow or within the next day or so. I think I have that. I think I still have a pit walkthrough for the Fall Classic at Indianapolis Raceway Park.
Oh.
I do have the Pro Mod racing and some stock elimination, super stock, and top sportsman and top dragster, I think, from U.S. Nationals last year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that posted yet. I've got the Crackle Fest. I don't know if I posted that or not.
I'm pretty sure.
With all the different cars starting up, did I post that? Man, it's been such long. Like, I haven't really done much posting. I really need to start posting more.
Last time I watched the channel was at school, but I didn't even know we were allowed to be on YouTube until I finally found out, and then I watched some videos, and I don't think you posted.
No, I started to. That's the thing, is I start doing it, and then I end up getting busy, or I just, as I start editing, I either delete something, or then I just start a new project. I kind of got ADHD when it comes to that sometimes. Excuse me. Battling a little bit of a throat cold type deal, so we're a little sniffly sometimes. So if we're sniffing too much, sorry. But it's cold in here right now too. It's probably like,
we don't have the heater on yet.
yeah, it's 35 degrees. We got all this stuff turned off so we can actually hear, so it's not as loud in here. Yeah, not making the noise of the. Yeah, it makes a lot of noise. So yeah.
Oh wait, I forgot to say something. If you have watched the video, our channel for a long time, usually if we're working on a car, we'll be in our house in the garage, and if we'll still be at races. You'll see the races, but from now we are mostly gonna have working on cars in here. We'll still have some in our house at the garage, but this is gonna be our new roadkill shop, whatever you want to call it.
Let's just pass it down garage headquarters.
Yeah, call that. And we're not a huge fan of wiring, so you're probably gonna see the Mustang here a few times, couple.
Yeah, I mean, once we get the car, like I said, we got to get these to where that car is out. The spare car is out.
Shivering.
It's cold. But yeah, we got to get the green car out first. and then once we get the green car out
Parts
and
car.
we find a nice day, we can bring the Mustang down here, and then Grandpa can start wiring it. And then once he's done wiring it, then I can go ahead and put the cage in it down here
Yeah.
because it's going to be easier down here than it will be at our house.
Yeah, I
And
feel like
this place here is going to be, like I said, our new headquarters. This is the new building, and we're going to get some banners, probably get a couple banners and stuff like that. I might even get a custom pass it down garage, like decal or something
we
like
need
that.
to pass it down. We need something that like has maybe like a flag or something like that, and like we need to make a logo. I feel like.
Yeah, we've got a logo.
Oh, yeah,
We've got the Mustang logo.
the fake like cartoony Mustang. We could have that
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna
first,
take
and then we could have pass it down garage and like have it like right up there, like right between the
that. Yep.
cars.
We'll do it right
because
there,
we're probably
or
gonna.
we'll do it over here on this wall. It all depends on which way we're going to be recording when we do our stuff.
Probably gonna have mostly from now on when we get the Mustang done, probably these two now. But the Mustang, like you said, we're probably gonna move that out of there and have the Mustang right there. So I feel like
Yeah, but the
Most
cars,
of the
the cars
cars
are going to be this way. They're not going to be this way.
I know.
So that's what I'm saying. So the logo, we'll either have the logo like on this wall
I
here.
feel like we should either have either have it like in between, maybe right there, or like that. There's so much.
Yeah, the sky's the
Stuff.
limit on how we want to decorate. I got checkered flags. I've got the big.
That big U.S. national thing we could hang up.
Well, it's
in
not
there.
U.S. Nationals. That's an original Indianapolis Raceway Park sign. So it actually came off the track. Like that's an original sign.
Oh, that yes.
Yeah. So that came off the track when the track changed the name to O'Reilly Raceway Park, and they took down all the Indianapolis Raceway Park stuff, and that sign came from the track when they tore it all down. So that sign's worth a lot of money because if a history person, they would want that sign. But I was going to bring that down here and put it on the wall over there. But then at the same time, if we get the logo made, then at that we'll have to put that somewhere.
Well, I think yes, I didn't go. I think that honestly, since that's really really big, we're probably gonna have to go and put it on the metal beams. That's where we're probably gonna have to screw in.
Mm-hmm.
But if we have to see honestly, because
Yep.
last time I saw it was a while ago. We haven't done much videoing except for the last one with the Dodge, but we haven't done a lot. So we need to start catching up, Dad.
We do because last season, this summer, guess who started baseball? And guess who plays basketball?
It's not my fault they put it at that schedule.
No, but you did spring ball and you did fall ball.
I never said for baseball. You said since we got all this gear, now we're gonna have to keep doing it.
No, I do it because you want to do it and you have fun doing it. But we're going to do just spring this time. We're not going to do spring
Yes.
and fall
I feel like
because
summer-
that was the thing is we really
summer is where all the races are and stuff. So when we have plans in summer,
that's what it is.
I like summer because it's hot out, not getting cold. There's lots of races. You can work on a car at any place because if it's cold, you're like, I need to warm up. If it's warm and you need to cool down, you just get cold water. If you don't have cold water, then just find something that's a little cold and
put it on you.
Put it on you.
It's the sun that gets you get sunburnt and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I said,
Sunscreen.
this last spring to fall, we were so busy that I think we only went to 1 or 2 races all.
The U.S. National, I know that, but
And then we
have
went
you
to Brown-
posted that video yet?
Yeah, we posted one. Like I said, I've got a couple more I got to do. But we went to the Brown County race. Remember, you met Bane, the dog. Yep. And you like to bang the dog, but
Do
we
we
went to
videotape that?
no, I got photos, but you like being the dog. We went to that race, and then we went to U.S. Nationals. I think that was it. No, we went to the bus race. We went to the bus race too. So there's only 3 races we did all
We
summer.
need to start catching up on
We
our-
really need to start going. Yeah.
We need to start finding days that we're not like doing something to where like we have to make sure, okay, not do anything. If someone offers us something, we could be like, we have something already kind of planned. We could either do that or we could just have other videos at other times, or like if it's a short thing, we could just do it then do video.
Mhm.
But mostly we need to start catching up on the stuff because it's winter. That's the thing.
So now's the time for me to take all my old videos. And
One
get them
thing that
together.
I love about winter is if there's any snow races, there always is snow burnouts. I feel like
Yeah, they're all so slow.
that's the one thing. Like you're like, oh, that car looks so cool. It's gonna go really fast. What?
And barely move. So yeah, we'll get caught up on some of the with this winter. We'll go ahead and get some of the previous stuff. It's not going to be any particular order. We'll have to get that and put that together, and then we'll need to make a plan. Like I've already got some scheduling for next season, but it also depends on, like I said, your baseball. It also depends on, like, if mom or anything has something planned for that weekend. We got family stuff to
Like
do
I'm
as well.
saying,
So
we need to start finding days and like locking in. Okay, nothing done, and probably gonna go and do more talks like this or live streams. Haven't done those yet.
yeah, live streams. It's kind of tough with live streams because depending on where you're at, sometimes you get good signal, sometimes you don't.
But the thing is, it's pretty much a FaceTime chat, but they're not talking to you. You're mostly talking to them.
Yeah, well, but they're in the chat and everything too. But the thing is, like, if we go to Brown County, there's no signal down there, so we can't do
Wait, there's
a
no
live.
signal?
No, that's why people have to have signal amplifiers and things like that. So for live streaming, you really have to have a place that has good signal to be able to do that. I'm still interested in doing live streaming.
Honestly, I like this a lot because most people that haven't watched are like, oh, they're talking about this, and I know that they do this and stuff, and if they like it, they're like, oh, I like this. I feel like we should do more talks like this. Like,
Yep, that's what podcast is, buddy. That's why we're doing the podcast.
More like in the future, we're probably gonna want to do this and that and blah blah blah. But all I know is, well, can't talk like you.
Thanks.
But the one thing that I know we probably are gonna do is when we get the Mustang done, you're probably gonna see more of these 2 cars. But you'll still see the Mustang. The Mustang you're mostly gonna see at races probably then, or at the shop just sitting there waiting to get started up.
Or at car shows,
Or
places
like
that.
when you're like, or like sometimes when we're driving to the place, we don't know about this, but we might drive the Mustang here, like just like if we haven't. I need to stop saying like.
Yeah,
But,
it's like test drives. Like we'll do test drives. We'll do
Yeah,
like when we get the
that,
thing back
but
together.
also-
When we get the thing together, you got to let me talk, buddy. When we get the thing together, we'll have like our first startup after we get it all back together. We'll have a warm up in the.
Probably gonna play that and the engine roars back to life tonight. We're probably gonna have that one.
Sure, we can play songs and stuff like that. But yeah, Mustangs are number one. That is our number one thing. And
then when we get that done, it's mostly gonna be
Dodges, races, and we'll find some more fun stuff to do.
We're probably also gonna have it to where like, I don't know, like if we haven't drove the Mustang in a while, probably gonna drive it down here if we're like gonna work here, and you might see us like being like in the car like, hey guys, today we're gonna be doing this, but probably won't because we're gonna be like, "Hey guys," because it's gonna be so loud. But if we have the microphones, honestly, won't.
Yep. So you don't need to be yelling because that probably got loud.
Yeah.
So, yep. So that's kind of where we're at, guys. We're going to be doing more podcasts. I'm looking into buying some podcast equipment. And then we'll actually be at a table. We'll have a table that we'll set up
we
and
need
we'll
to
sit
get
behind
like
it.
a white table and
We'll have our
seats.
microphones.
Actually,
Yep.
my legs are like, oh, why do I have to sit? Like before
You
we
come
even
closer, buddy. You're probably getting out of camera. You need to be. Yeah, go.
before we started doing this, I was like, is there anything to sit on or something? don't
I
wanna
said
be
we were
standing
standing because we're standing around the car. It's a car talk. That's
Why
what they call it. So, but yeah, we're
couldn't
going to
we sit inside the car then?
be, because we didn't think about that. There's a seat in there, but not in this one. So, but all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. And then, like I said, we will be having some more podcasts when we go to events.
Definitely.
We'll have a podcast after the event describing like what we liked about it
Ooh,
and what we thought about the event.
I just got a lightning bulb.
What was that?
When we're
A lightning bulb?
lightning bulb.
It's a lightning bolt or a light bulb. You have a light bulb turns on. A lightning bolt comes from
Whatever you want to call.
a lightning bulb.
I'm just gonna say I got a spark plug because those spark and it's
Spark an
like
idea.
it, and it also is like cars. You know?
A spark plug. I don't know. I kind of like lightning bulb.
I just got oh, or
Trademark.
I just got a spark plug.
I just got a spark plug. Okay, let's hear it.
What is this happening? What's happening? Are we turning into Derek? What's his name again? Where he just like like he calls different car parts like
Yeah, Derek.
yeah, Derek.
The thingamawhirler or the fuel make it happen or the spark make it happeners. You're getting out of camera, dude. You gotta stay up here.
So
So you had a lightning bolt. You had a you had a spark plug. Continue with what's your spark plug?
Well, when we're at races, we should have the table either like in front of the Mustangs, where the Mustangs like behind us, and do some podcasts like when we just got done racing. Like it ran in the nines and this and that and blah blah blah, and then like you could still have the Mustang in there, and we should get like just a plain white table.
Do we want to do a table, or would we rather just do that by the trailer, like every other person, like Turbo John, or like
sit in the trailer? Because
they're usually in the trailer.
I don't want to stand.
They're usually in the trailer. They got the car in the trailer, or their trailer's up. The car's on the trailer. They're standing beside it. Like
yeah, we should
Midnight
have
Maverick,
it to where the car's barely on the trailer, like how it's like a kind of in but kind of not.
Yep. Because like Midnight Maverick, they do it in the trailer by the trailer. Turbo John does it in the trailer by the trailer. Street Racing Channel does it in the channel or in the trailer by the trailer. Everyone
in
that's
the channel.
Beater Bomb, Firebird, like all the guys. Cletus. They're always
sometimes.
Yeah.
Cletus
are they putting up a table and doing their after race stuff on the table, or are they standing by the car?
Or in the car.
Exactly. So why would we want to get a table out when we could just do it?
While we're working on the car, we could do it. I forgot we were.
If we're working on the car, we're not going to be sitting at a table.
I forgot we were doing a live stream.
Yeah. All right, man. We good?
Oh, and
No, we're good. So we'll see you on the next episode here. We appreciate you guys watching. Like and subscribe. It really helps us out. We're trying to get more content to get more views. If you have any friends or anything like that, if you can just share it, I'd appreciate it. Even if you just watch it for 10, 15 minutes or so every once in a while, it really helps us out to where we can try to grow the channel a little bit. So yeah, we're good. And we appreciate it. And thanks for watching Pass It Down Garage.
See you.